maybe by next lecture we will finish it out. All right. So now, uh, right. So I have one website also here, which I maintain, devopsworld.co.in. Now I'm maintaining the GitHub repository, but this is also one of the website where I will keep my notes for my students because you know if someone asks that is there any centralized way, before this GitHub repository I was maintaining this. So for example, Git under DevOps, if you see this Git, so you can see that all the examples, everything is here, like Git branch, remote branch, and so on. So uh, so if you want, you can visit to this also, and that GitHub repository you already have. All right. Now let's talk about another topic, uh, which is which is Git Rebase. And there is something which we have already seen versus Git merge. We already know what is merge and Git rebase. So we'll try to understand what are these two. Means merge, we know when we merge the branches, one branch into another. So that is called the merge. And rebase is basically doing the same thing. So the difference comes in the Git logs. So rebase is linear. Okay. Both are doing the same work, but rebase is linear. And merge is um, actual merging of the commits. This you will understand with one example. Let me try to do that. So I will go to that folder C training mastering DevOps. So what I'll do here, I will create one folder here. I will call it as something merge rebase. Okay. So now what I'll do here, I will just open a check or git bash. You can clear. Yes. I will initialize the git. Now uh, I will create some files here. So my file name is m1. My another file name is m2, and third one is m. So I have created three files, right? And I will say git add dot and git commit minus m. So first I will create a commit for m1. Same way, I will put a commit for m2, and I will put a commit for m3. So three commits I have in my master branch. So git branch. So you can see I'm in the master branch, and there are git log one line. So there are three commits m1, m2, and m3. From here, I'm creating a branch, call it say feature. So in feature branch, right, you will have these three commits. So if I say git and check out to feature branch, right, and what I'll do here, I will check the commits. So I'll say git log online. So you can see here also there are three commits. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a new file, say F1 in feature branch. I'll say git add dot git commit minus m, and I will say F1 is added. So now if I run git log one line, so you can see in feature branch, I have M1, M2, M3, and then F1, which is pointing to my feature branch. Up till here, it was the commits which basically came from the master branch. Fair enough. Now, what I will do, I will say git and check out to my master branch. And here I will create one more item, say M4. I'll say git add dot git and commit. And I will say this is M4. Only one item is there, so I need not to specify the file name. So now, uh, if I say uh, git log one line, so here you can see we don't have F1 because F1 is in the F1 feature branch. But here everything is related to F1, related to master. Yeah. Right? So now let me say git and check out to my feature branch. Now here I will say git and merge with the master branch. It is when I'm doing a merge, it is asking for a commit. Right? And in that, by default, it is giving a message that merge branch master into feature. I'm okay with that. I'll save this. So merge has happened. Now, if you see here, M1, M2, M3, M4, F1, all files are there. Now, if I see the git log, so here you can see that M1, M2, M3, F1, M4, and there is one more merge, right? When we merge master into feature. So let us copy this and we will put into a notepad so that we can compare. So this happened when we have used the master. So so first we have done M1, then M2, M3, then F1, then M4. So it is in a correct order, right? So the way we are basically we are doing the commits, according to that, the commit history is maintained. Now let us talk about the rebase. So this was in the merge. Now let us see similar activity I will do for rebase, and we will see is there any difference. So what I'll do, I will delete everything from here. Okay. Now I will come back here. And if I say ls, there is nothing. Git is also not initialized because I have removed that .git directory. So what I will do, git init again, and I will create those items M1, M2, and M3. So three files I have created into that directory. Now, if I say uh, git add dot, so I'm adding those files into the stage, and I'll say git commit minus m1, same way for m2, and same way for m3. Right? Now there are three commits, git log one line. So there are three commits, m1, m2, and m3. Now I will say git and check out. Oh, sorry, I need to create a branch. So I'll say git branch feature, git and check out to feature branch. Right. So now here, um, I have all these commits, git log one line. Right. Now I will create one item, which is F1. And now I'll say git add dot. Same activity I'm doing, whatever I have done previously in the merge. So here I want to say F1. Now git checkout to the master branch. And here I will create new item M4. Now I'll say git add dot git commit minus M and M4. So I will just check out to the feature branch, and I will say now git rebase with master. Okay. Now I'm using rebase. So merge and rebase both are doing the same work. They are merging a branch into another branch. But this time it did not ask any a new commit. Right? So there is no new commit is asked. Okay. In when we have done this merge, so at that time it asks one commit, merge master into. So this there is a separate snapshot is created. But here it did not ask. It is simply saying successfully rebased and updated the reference head and features. Fine. Now if I say ls, so you can see that I have F1, M1, M2, M3, M4, everything I have, right? Whatever we see in the merge. Now if I say git log one line, now you can see here the difference is here. Now let me copy this and let me put it here. So here you can see in the merge, basically M1, M2, M3. Then we have created F1. After that, we have committed the code for M4, and then we merged, right? So there is a difference in the log entries. So here, this is master related entries, and this is feature related entries. Okay. So here it is sequential, means the way you have done commits, according to that, this log is maintained, right? So that is the difference. Otherwise, rebase is doing same work as the merge. Do you understand this concept?
Why there is a difference?
Sorry,
Why it is keeping like in this way, like not in sequential way? What is it doing in
Uh,
merge?
that's a good question. See, whenever you are working, so you are either a code owner or you are a developer. So when you are working as a code owner, so at that time you want to maintain the way commits has happened. Okay. So you want to maintain the commit history as it was committed by developers or by you, right? So as it is. Whereas when you are a developer, you want to segregate these commits from someone, maybe master. These commits by you. So here you can see these are master commits. So you can think in that way that they are grouped together. And the changes which are related to feature branch, so those are segregated. So it will be easy for understanding, okay, these are the master changes or commits, and these are my commits. Or maybe when you are taking it from the developer branch, developer one or developer two branch, you are having a clear cut segregation. So you are not worrying about the commits, but you are mainly looking for the, who has made the changes, what commits are done by master, what commits are done by me. So in that case, you go with the rebase. But if you want, no, like code owner does not want this. Code owner want to know that which commit is is first and second and third. Then after that, what happens? So if you see here now, if I run here, so this is the rebase command we have executed. So if I say git log one line and hyphen graph. So here you can see there is no merging kind of thing, right? Everything is linear. Whereas if I do the same thing with the merge, so you will see the branching which I have shown you yesterday, right? So there is a merge happened. M1 is merged with feature branch. So there are some joints, but here it is linear. M1, M2, M3, and these are the changes which are done by master. These are the changes which are done by the feature branch. Understood? Yeah. So just play with it and do some experiment. I would say that create one more file, say M5, and then rebase it and then see. So wherever the complexity comes, so you need to do some certain experiments. So this is not a straightforward topic. I understand, but as a code owner or developer point of view, you need to think. You need to think. I'm a developer. I want to know that what changes are related to the master, what changes are which are related to other developers or by me, how I can segregate. One way I have shown you to decode these branching stuff. And second way is that this rebase. Now rebase is not limited to here. Uh, we will see some more examples related to rebase when we are merging the commits with the squash command. There also we use this rebase. We don't use merge. Okay, just walk through this video again and you will get the better idea. Hmm? So wherever not not only related to Git, but in future, whatever the topics we are going to discuss, wherever you see that there is a complexity, try to break that complexity. Make try to understand what we are achieving. For example, here in merge and rebase, what we are achieving. If something is done by merge, why rebase? Okay. So here means as I mentioned, as a developer, whenever you are working, so you need to use rebase most of the time instead of merge. If you want to use merge, you can use. It's logical. It's not hard and fast rule that if you are a developer, you need to use rebase only. Okay, so this is up to you. If you think I need a all the commit history, the way it is committed, then you can go with the merge. But if you think no, I need a separate uh, grouping kind of thing, not exactly it's grouping, but what changes which I have received from master, which changes I have done. I just don't want a clear picture. I don't want the graphic means that branching kind of thing. I need a linear log entry. Then you can go with the Rebase. So, let me just share these commands. Okay. So this is for Git and Rebase and merge. So there is one thing which I want to show you here. See, whenever we are talking in about the branching, in real world, branching is something like this. So here you can see that there are developers. So for developers, we are having feature A, feature B. There are two developers. They are working on their laptops or they are working on their branch. After that, we are having a develop branch. So develop branch is that merging the code into the develop branch, right? So once that develop branch is created, so it is having a mixture of feature A and feature B branches. Then development, once the development work is added, for example, there are junior developers, there are senior developers, right? So, or the code owners. So they are having everything into the, for the review, these branches and merge it into the develop branch. Then you are having certain license files, README files that we add later into the release branch, right? And then after release branch, we will add everything into the master branch. So in the master branch, we are maintaining the versions like version 1, version 2. These are called tags. We will discuss about tags also. And there is something called hotfix branch. So hotfix branch is the branch which you can say a very quick changes. For example, there is a spelling mistake. There is a dot missing. So those are the quick fixes. And if you want to add the quick fixes, you can directly do it into the master branch. So feature branches are never merged directly with the master branch. Once the features are ready, commit is merged with develop branch. When there are enough commits in that develop branch, we merge the develop branch with release branch. Only README files or license files are added after this commit. Any quick fixes which are required are done on hotfix branch. This branch can directly be merged into the master branch. Okay? So in real time, we are creating these many branches. Is it clear to you?
Hot fixes are the mostly the production issues.
Yes. So
Yes,
in
yes,
more, yes, quick fix or hotfix is the one which is having the production issues, not major issues, very quick fixes. As I mentioned, spelling mistake, or maybe a path is to be changed. So, so those are basically we are doing in the hotfix. branch. All right. Now, let me delete everything from here. Let us talk about another concept which is called Git Stash. So what is Stash? Consider you are working as a code owner, and you're working as a code owner, and you are reviewing you are reviewing the code of a developer. Then suddenly, or you are reviewing or updating the code of a developer. And then suddenly someone comes from the production and a client is saying there is dot missing in his company name, which is a quick fix. So that quick fix you need to do. But you are still working on this developer's code update. So in that case, what I want, the changes which I'm working on for developer branch should be parked, and we park it into stash. Let us see the problem. So consider that I'm creating some file. So I'm creating master file, master.java. I'll say git add dot git -m, and I will call it as master.java file as well. Git init, git add dot. So this is added. Now I will create a branch, say dev1 branch. If I say git checkout, and consider developer has given a file you to review. So I'll create a file, say dev1.java file. Now you are working on that file, so this file will be in the untracked area. Now you are working on this file, for example. Now someone comes from the production and they are saying that there is an issue in the production. Now if I go back to the master branch now, see what will happen here. I can see this dev1.java file, which I am not supposed to see because this is in the development branch and I'm working on it. If by mistake, if I commit this file into my master branch, so that will be that that is not a correct way. Or if you are having other branches there also, it will be visible. So what I will do, I will go to my dev1 branch. I will put this file into the stage area. Now git status. So still this file will be visible, but I need to park it into the stash. So I'll say git stash and save, git stash save. And I will say dev1.java file stashed. Now, if I say ls, so that file is not visible because now it is inside the stash area or stash bin. Now I can go to my master branch and whatever fix is required, I will do that fix. And then I come back to my feature or dev1 branch. Now here what I will do, I will okay, so this is there now. What I will do, I will bring that file. Now that file is not here. So if I say git stash and list, so this file is here. Same way, there could be multiple files, not only one, but there could be multiple files. So, so in that case, what I'll say git and uh, I want to bring back that file. I'll say git stash and pop command. If there are multiple uh, files are there in the stash, you need to give this index number. Okay, now my stash is empty. And if I say git status, so you can see that file is here. Consider same way I have one more file, new item. I will set dev11.java. I will say git add dot and I'll say git stash save. Uh, if we can mention. Okay. Dev1.java is stashed. Dev11 dot is stashed. Okay. Git stash list. Okay. Git status. Okay. Actually, yeah, we cannot specify single file. So if I say git stash pop, so you can see both files are there. So whatever is in the stage area, so you will have both into that stash whenever you are doing the save. Okay. So do you understand this concept logically?
Yes, sir. So we basically try to keep the last working files into some other account or department, like partition for time being.
Yes. And then you can bring it back if you think that these things are, I need to work on again on this. So that we can. Okay. All right. So this is about the stash command. Now, there are okay, there are some more commands. Let's talk about cherry pick. Let me give these commands to you. Um, Now next is cherry pick. See, whenever we are doing a merge, so merge is committing all the difference, whatever we are having in one branch to another. For example, if you are saying, I want to merge feature branch into the master. So when you are doing this, then whatever the extra commits you are having in feature branch, so all the commits are merged into the master branch. But now my requirement is little different. I don't want to I don't want to merge all the commits, right? Instead of that, I want to merge the specific commits only. Right? So let us see how we can do that with the help of the cherry pick. So this is for the specific commits only. Right. So right. So what I'll do first, I will remove everything, or we can use the same example. So I'll say git branch. So we are having two branch. One is dev1, one is master. So if I say git, if I say add git status, so I'm in the dev1 branch. Here you can see I have these two files, dev1.java and this, and I want to do a commit. I'll say git commit -m, and this is for dev1.java and dev1.java. This commit is done. Now, same way git commit, I will do it for dev2.java.
Dev 11.
Oh, yeah, dev11. So if I say git log one line, so here you can see there are three commits in dev1 branch. So I want to pick up only dev1.java commit. So in that case, you can use cherry pick. So if I check out to my master branch, here if I say ls, I have only master.java file. Now, if I say git log, so there is only one log entry, which is related to the master branch, means first commit, which we have done for master.java. Right. So now I want to take one of the commit. Say an example, this commit from the dev1 branch. So earlier what we were doing, git merge. Now I will say git cherry pick, and you can give that uh, oh, so
You copied all the commands.
some wrong. Yeah, let me just get and check out to dev1 branch, git log one line, and if I say git check out to master, and if I say now git and cherry pick, yeah. So cherry pick, and I will copy this particular commit. So now it will pick up this commit only, not entire, means dev11.java will not be picked up. Then now here if I say ls, so you can see I have only dev1.java. So cherry pick. Now if I say git status, nothing to commit because it is committed back. Now if I say git log one line, so here you can see there is a new commit with the new commit ID. So here the commit ID was different. Here it is different because we have not done the complete merge. So what it has done, it has picked up that commit, and in the master, it is stored in the form of the new commit. So cherry pick when you want to pick up a particular commit. Is it clear? So whenever you are having requirement, something like that, that we need to see a particular change only, then you can go with the cherry pick. Now let us talk about squash command. Consider you have done some multiple commits and you want to merge them into one commit. So then you use so say an example, there are 5, 6 commits, and you realized, okay, these 5, 6 commits are not required. Instead of that, merge them into a single commit. So that in that case, you can use the squash. So what I'll do, I will create some items, say M1, M2, M3, M4, and I will do the commits for them. I will say git add dot git commit minus M for M1, M1.java, and M2 for M2.java, M3, M3 for Java. And there is one more M4. Okay. So I'm having all this. Now, if I say git log one line, so all commits are there. So now what I want to do, git rebase and head child 1, 2, 3. I want to merge them into one commit. So I'll say last 3, right? Uh, let me, I think minus I. Let me just check the syntax. Minus I. Yeah. Okay, now here it is showing last 3 commits, M1, M2, M3, right? So I want to use the squash. So I will say, so here it is written as for squash, use the commit, but meld into the previous commit. So I will put it here squash. This is VA editor. I'll put it as squash. So these 2 commits into my previous commit. And I will save this. So now this is saying you are merging it into one. What message you want to give? I will say I will just give a simple, this is again AVI editor. Able to write. I will say I will give only one message that merged into a single commit. Let me save this.
The last line in a new file, I think we have to change something.
Or is it I have deleted something?
Yes.
If it is starting with hash, it is comment. Let us see. So now if I say git log now, so you can see those commits. Earlier it was M1, M2, M3, M4. Now M1, M2 and M3 is merged. M1, M2, M3 and M4, this is a single commit. Okay. So that is the purpose of Squash. All right. So I think our
But
Git
sir,
is
is it a good practice to do all the commit in a single command,
not
using
a
single
good
command?
practice. It is just like a requirement. Sometimes, you have done multiple commits and your code owner is saying, hey, why so many commits? You have added a dot, then one more dot, you have done one more commit. So when you are having unnecessary commits, right? So those many snapshots are to be created on the Git repository, and it will increase the size because it has to maintain the snapshots. So you just need to see that what commits can be merged into a single commit, and then you can take the advantage of this command.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is basically on the basis of requirement. All right. Let me run the history command. So these are the commands. Okay. Yeah, we are done with Git now. Git is finished. Now from next lecture, we will start Maven. I have shared these commands on the chat window. Let me put it into my notes also. Okay, so next lecture, it will be the Maven. And as I mentioned, actually, I will share those assignments to you. So
Yeah.
you can go to my github.com, and this is DevOps Mastering on premises, Git version control system. And here you will see interview-based questions. Here you will see the
Okay.
quizzes.
Okay.
So in the interview-based questions, so these are certain scenarios. Okay, so you just need to go through this. Okay, so this will help you to revise whatever we have discussed.
Okay.
And there is troubleshooting case studies also there. If something goes wrong, how we can. There may be one or two things which I may not have discussed. So you just go through that, right? And if you find any difficulty, then let me know. And here I have quizzes. So in this quiz, I have two quizzes. One is advanced, one is beginner level. So you can start with the beginner level. And at the end, I have the answer keys. So what I would say that you take one notebook and give the answers. And once you reach to the last answer, 25 questions are there. Then do the self-evaluation. First question answer is correct or not. And this is advanced level. Is it will you able to do this in today and tomorrow's time? Huh?
Forward. Exactly. Otherwise,
Yes.
complete it.
So I think yeah. So it is finished now. Next topic will be the mapping. Do you have any question?
Okay. All clear.
All good? Okay. So let me then stop sharing and we will meet on Monday, same time, 10:15, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.